The only thing I really need to remember to do after today is redo my Twitter thing on this, because it doesn't seem to like it anymore. Okay, so yep, you're all mods. Well, yeah, you're mods now. So you can do shout outs and things. Um, um, what I'll do. This will probably make it a bit easier. Assuming this is actually working. It does seem to be. Or maybe it isn't.
I went back out of the shadows for a little bit. Should be until right around a quarter after.
Sorry, I was trying to screenshot the oh nuts. No, do not do that. Sorry, I was trying to screenshot the commands, but print screen has suddenly decided it doesn't want to work anymore. So yeah, everything. I'm having loads of fun. Oh, it'll work there. It just won't work on chat on the bot for some reason. Just doesn't seem to want to work. If I stick it on one side or something. Nope, won't let me. What a nuisance. I will have to write them down. Okay, well, is Wolfie here?
I don't see him.
Okay. Okay, I've Messages are obnoxious as well. Not obnoxious, I mean, Jerichus. I mean, Richter. And this would have been the perfect one for, like, constantly making Castlevania-esque jokes. It's one of those days when you rush to get everything ready and then suddenly everyone else is having a bad time and late and stuff. Oh, it's his mum's birthday. Probably shouldn't have said that out loud.
The quiet part loud and the loud part quiet.
I hate when that happens. Yeah, I'll send you a list of the chat commands. There's loads I've added. Like, this is more for Phantom's benefit because Obnoxious does do Twitch. There's things like basically commands. Commands are easy enough. Like, you want to do a shout out. It's basically that. Hello, Brat for Life. And it shows a little clip.
Yo, chat, someone test out the clip command. Just type in exclamation mark clip.
From the front and
Brett
takes them by
Bog,
surprise.
Raging.
Does the same for everyone else as well. There's loads of commands. As I said, what I'll do is I'll write them all up, send them to you, so send them to each of you so you know, so you can have a bit of fun with it.
Wolfie's saying you won't be long.
Yeah. Not sure if Obnoxious is. If Jerichus is online, but he's doing his usual, not paying much attention to his messages. To be fair. See it. Okay, well, everyone is sort of on their way back, so we might as well crack on. Okay, well, sort of on their way back, so we might as well.
Oh my gosh, he's doing.
Sort of on their way back. So we'll start with
Did it
Fernando,
again.
as Fernando
Oh my
is
gosh,
here.
he's doing.
Yeah.
So we'll start with so
Did it again.
and also it makes kind of sense that you would transition through the portal quicker, given your nature. And also it makes kind of sense that you would transition through the portal quicker, given basically your nature. Also it makes kind of sense that you pop out the portal, and basically need a you pop out the portal. And, you off, man. You are an echo. Ooh. You pop out the portal. And, you off, man. You are an echo. Knowing my luck, it's probably me. You off, man. You are an echo. Knowing my luck, it's probably me. Oh wait. I have the. It was me. When I was messing around with the settings, I left a window of the stream up, which I thought had died, but it had reloaded. So it was actually me. Well, what will you do without me? Annoy the audience by having a constant echo. That's what happens. I'm sure Bratty would have mentioned something, unless Bratty's at work. Bratty works like nights, so
Yeah, I know that bit. Sucks.
yeah. Bratty works. I don't know where. Like, I think it's a convenience store or something. And oh my goodness, yes. Those ales she showed me before, I don't know what happened to them. They looked horrid. They looked like they had bread formed around them. I'm not quite sure how. They were in a chiller and they looked like they'd started turning into bread. Or something. I couldn't tell. Perception roll. Hashtag save Eclipse. No, hashtag save Taddy.
8. Off to a good start today.
Oh. I forgot to refresh Edge.
Yes. And also wonderful 8.
There we go.
I see for miles and miles.
You're still a little bit groggy from coming through, but basically there isn't really much to see. There is a large wall in front of you. You sort of pop out of a portal, out of the portal, and there is a massive stone wall with metalwork at the top around you. At the bottom, it's basically a wall. At the top, it's a cage surrounding this thing.
Is there anything on the other side?
You can't see beyond it.
Interesting.
It does look familiar. It's the next eye.
Okay.
But the inside of it. You've walked around the outside of this several times in your walking in town.
It's not very big, is it? So I'm just kind of crazy.
No, it's huge.
Oh, it's huge. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a look around the inside too. I'm gonna have an investigate to see if I can find anything else or a way out.
Yeah. Yeah. Good idea.
So I'll make an investigation check, see if I find anything. A natural one.
Oh,
Well, that's just great.
the rolling is coming up top today.
Fernando is not having a good day.
You think that the way out is probably back through the portal?
I should probably wait till everyone comes out of the portal to tell them that.
Well, it'll be
I'm
their
gonna-
turn next when they
Yeah,
appear.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till someone comes out of the portal to try and discuss maybe going back in the portal.
Is Obnoxious here, or is he in the shadows now?
Nope, I'm here.
Okay. So we're going to use the previous game's turn order for today. So you emerge from a portal. You emerge from the portal. So
All
I
right.
will need a perception check.
I will need your help with that.
That's all right. I can do that. May my dice rolls be better than... Well, better than Fernando's. Because... Oh yeah, they're still doing the advent calendar. If you haven't looked on D&D Beyond, there is an advent calendar on there.
Oh,
So far, there's been a couple of freebie things, some dice and stuff.
nice. You really confused me for a second, though. Like,
Sorry?
you've come out of the portal. Perception roll. And now you're doing an advent calendar. I'm like, what? Like, I don't know what
What you've
that
done
roll
is
was,
you've
but it wasn't
emerged.
good.
You've emerged into my campaign's Christmas DLC. And like all good Fallout DLCs, it's buggy as crazy. Nothing works properly. The enemies are over the top or underwhelming, and you can't take anything out from here. Good luck.
I might have took a wrong left in that portal.
Yeah, I'd do that if it was. That tends to be my sort of thing.
Freaking.
Perception. Okay, you haven't seen much more than Fernando. It is the next side,
Haven't seen-
but from the inside. Dark stone walls are in front of you.
Are you
They
saying
go
dark
about...
stone or are you saying dark stone?
No, just stone walls.
Okay. That stuff, I'm like, I don't want to touch it.
Oh,
All right. So, well, here we are. Hey, Fernando, what you doing?
I think we need to go back to the portal. I do not see a way out.
Do not make me tie you up. I'm going to, do I have any way of slapping some sense into him?
You want to slap some sense into him? Ooh. Well, it'd be an unarmed strike. Well, it'd be a similar roll to an unarmed strike, I suspect.
It would just be an arm strike, yeah.
Yes. So.
Heard something I don't want to hear again ever. So
you don't want to go through that portal again.
No, I have some angry grass that I want to stay away
You're gonna
from
give
forever.
him a slap for that, for suggesting it.
Yes.
Oh!
Yeah, that definitely hurts me.
Okay. Fernando, get some bloody sense here. Slap. Take 2 damage.
Did it connect?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Damn,
it definitely connected.
Crit 20.
Look,
23.
Fernando, we're not going through that portal. I will beat you down if you even try.
You gave him a mighty slap. He is not going to want to go back through the portal. Like, no.
My friend, if you want to get rough later, then maybe. But first we need to find a way out of here.
All right,
So
sounds
that's
good.
how you talk someone out of it. So is Newt here? Well, is Newt available to take his turn? If he wants, he could type his turn in the chat, if that would be more convenient.
All right, with that though, I have to run really quick. I'm gonna, I guess, Obnoxious is gonna go sit in the corner and try and decompress after all the craziness that's gone on.
Oh, you're gonna basically what happens is you disappear into your amulet.
So that's gonna be confusing for me. Like, what the hell? All right, sounds good. I'll be back as soon as I can.
Yeah, perception check, Wolfman. Can you do that, Wolfman, or would you like me to do that for you? Always takes a moment because of the delay. Oh, I was going to check what that message was. There was a reason I picked my phone up and then I forgot. He's trying. That's all right.
What do I have that can help me in this situation?
Well, it's been one of those streams where everything has gone quite usually a little bit flunky. Well, not a little bit.
Yes, everything's flumpy. Everything's flumpy today.
Oh, I know what I need. I need a drink. But not the same sort of drink I was having yesterday. Oh. Ah, there we go.
Just clicking,
Clicking,
it's not doing
doing
it.
it. That's alright. I can do that. So... Noxious and...
Bedtime's a myth. There is no such thing as bedtimes once you hit a certain age.
Who's got bedtime?
Right after life.
Oh, 15. Brat for life. That's because Brat for life is always trying to get everyone to go to bed. almost every time I talk to her, it's like, bedtime, go to bed.
I mean, I don't sleep as much as the next person, but
Oh, I'm sugar-free relentless. Not my fault you guys.
I quite like these ones.
Oh, the Lucasade. Okay. So, Newt, you got a 20. You can see that is the inside of the next eye. From the inside. Basically, it's stone walls up to about 12 feet. And on the top of that is grating, which goes up even higher. The stone is dark because it is quite late. Actually, no, it's mid-afternoon, so it's actually quite bright still. But basically, it's a cage. Yep. You're basically in the next side, which is that big portal in the middle of the town with the walls and sort of zoo-style cage above it. Yeah, I don't suggest going to the edges of the cave because there's some nasty flaming liquid pouring out of the side of the portal. Sort of like bleeding down the edge of the portal.
That does some good.
Her name's Kahatz. No, save Taddy. In game, she may be called Eclipse, but in real life, we're going to keep calling her Taddy. What? It's a large stone barricade. There's no way out that you can see. There's no accommodation.
How thick is the iron sort of grates up above?
Oh, you're hoping? Yeah. They'll be popping out after you. They haven't arrived yet. You're going to try and find a way out. Okay. Are you going to investigate the wall? Okay. Investigation check.
Oof.
You start to think you should maybe head back into the portal.
Oh, I'm back also.
Hey. Wolfman thinks it's a good idea to try and have back into the bottle.
Wait, what? Who's going to try to get back in that portal?
We've just had some amazing history repeating itself.
Who else do I have to slap?
You've got to snap. You've got to give Wolfman a slap now.
I'm on it. Is it my turn? I don't even know.
It will be. Well, it's Fernando's turn next. So yeah, after that.
Anybody who tries to go in that portal, I'm slapping them.
Could you hang off the bars?
Sorry?
You said the bars are about 12 feet up. Could you jump and hang off the bars?
You could, yeah.
So I'm going to try and just kick myself off the wall, grab up and see what I can see.
Okay, so that would be an acrobatics.
I can do that, hopefully. 18.
Oh yeah, you do it with skill. Yeah. You can see, you can see the town that you arrived at. To your right is there's a chapel. There's I've forgotten the layout now. That's not good. There is a chapel to the right of you and one in front of you, which you haven't been into. The one you have been in is the one to the right. The one in front of you is a different style, but looks sort of closed down. And to the left and underneath you is the road that you've travelled to get around the town so far.
Yeah, I see the town in front of us. How strong are these bars? God, I haven't used any of those today.
You might be able to do something with them.
Cool, I'm gonna use my blessing of the Raven Queen and teleport myself through the bars.
Oh yeah, I forgot you could do that.
I'm just gonna turn into a shower of feathers and just spit.
Oh, except you can't because it hasn't been.
I didn't use any
It's
yesterday.
the same day.
Yeah, I haven't used any today.
Yes, you have.
My character sheet's telling me I haven't.
Yeah, it's the same day.
Yeah, my character sheet's telling me I've used all my Hexblade curses, but I haven't used any of my blessings.
Yeah, you used it at the end, not the last session, but the session before. You used it to go between the rocks.
Okay. Because I get 2 of them a day, so.
Oh, you get 2 of them a day. Sorry, I thought you
Yeah.
only got 1.
I get.
Yeah, so yeah, you can use it.
Cool. I'm gonna and then I'm gonna try and Do I see anybody in the street? Are there any people around?
There's no one in the street. No.
Okay.
There's some people milling around by the bakers and the houses nearby.
Do they look friendly?
They're just doing people buying their food and stuff, usual routine stuff.
Hello, over there, my friends. Hello, yes, hello. I'm just gonna start waving at them. Hello.
The baker, sort of a rather plump lady, looks down the street. Hello there. You want something?
Yes, me and my friends and the patrons of the Rats and Gutlers could use your assistance.
You want my help? What do you want?
I need to break these bars and help my friends out.
From where?
From under the next eye.
You want help from under there?
Yes, we have just travelled through the portal.
Ah! And she runs off inside.
I'm going to try and leave my weight against the bars and kick him.
But you teleported to the ground.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was a bonus action. I still have an action.
Okay. So you're going to, climb back up and...
No, I'm going to try and crowbar the bars out.
The problem is the bars are about 10 foot up on both sides.
Okay. Okay, then
you have to climb back up to...
Oh, right, yeah, okay, let me see. Yeah, because I teleported out and dropped down, didn't I?
Yeah.
Higher than... Oh, okay. I'm just gonna start approaching the rest of the people by the bakers and try and get some help.
Okay. Wolfman is flooding the chat with my hype train emote. Which is actually a picture of a train. Okay.
My go?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So since I realize Wolfman is thinking about going back inside, first I'm going to yell at Brunhilde, hey, get control of that guy. I don't have time for this.
She emerges from the portal. Well, she's just emerged from the portal. And, well, what do you mean he's trying to head back through the portal? We just got Teddy out of the portal.
Stop him. Grab him. Use your fancy arm.
This is where she's gonna punch him through the back of the neck.
So I guess once I know that she's got a hold of him, then I'll move forward.
You ain't taking our baby back through that portal. It's still you.
Well, I didn't know if she. I was waiting to see if she actually was successful at grabbing him before I did anything else.
No, she's just intimidated him.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm going to do another perception check to see if I can see any types of locks or keyholes or anything in this massive fencing that's surrounding us, or even secret doors.
It's stone at the bottom. It's a solid wall.
Okay, so the stone, there's no way through it, and the iron bars don't have any type of breaks or doorways.
No.
Ugh. Okay. My holy water and black stone are getting itchy.
No, this is clearly a barrier which has been put there to stop things from coming through the way you're coming through.
Okay, and how thick is this stone? And how much room do we have inside?
You can't tell. You can tell how much you've got. Plenty of room in there. The portal is massive. It's clearly designed for a large number of creatures or something to come through at a go. Something big.
Okay. So, with all that room, and I know that there's a steel golem supposed to be in this area, right? Or iron?
Sorry?
Isn't there an iron golem or steel golem supposed to be in this, that resides in this locale?
No, he's near the bakers in a cage.
In a cage?
Behind
right.
the bakers. You haven't actually been there.
So, well, crap. I suppose I'm going to ask Brunhilde to chuck me over this fence with her tentacle arm.
Chuck you over what?
Just chuck me right over this fence. Wall, fence, all of it.
There's no. It goes over the portal. It's all enclosed.
Oh gosh, it's all enclosed.
It's like
Yeah.
a big stone obelisk with iron bars on it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's to stop things getting out. Something nasty.
And I'm not gonna be able to use Stonehand because he's back at the farm.
Yeah, we fucking left him at the farm.
Yeah, he was
Yeah, we did
outside
leave him at the
communing with the
farm.
cows
Hmm?
when you blew up. Fortunately, it's not been
Oh.
long for him. It's only been a few minutes. Time's very wonky between the two places.
What was that again? I'm sorry, one of my kids was saying something.
Time is very wonky between the two places.
Okay. So he's still at the farm then. There's no gaps. I mean, this wall isn't aged or anything. Do I have any type of saw or anything in my kit that would work on bars? I can't see my kit right now, so.
You could try and pry some of the mortar away.
Okay. Let's go with that because I do have my crowbar. I know that much.
Well, yeah, think about it as like a team thing. You know, between you as a group, you got to remember the sort of things that would be coming through this portal and stopped by this barrier are going to be things that don't tend to work well together. They're not.
Those little
They're not.
beasties we had to fight.
They're not going to be expecting them to use creative sort of methods to like scrape away at the mortar and work out the method of doing that. And you've got people. You're going to have the dwarves and stuff coming through in a moment as well.
I'm just curious as dwarves. Well, they would have had some type. Dwarves typically carry tools, right? So.
But their tools are quite corroded. And remember, they've been fending off these creatures for a year. So.
All right, so I'm going to do a persuasion, I guess, to be the best. I mean, there's nothing I have that's like a tier towards getting people to be interested in doing something or like a battle cry. So
maybe you should try using your strength to try chipping at the mortar.
Okay.
Show them how to do it. Show them how it's done.
All right, everybody. If you want out, we gotta get out, and I need your help. Look, this is what we're gonna do, and I'll go at the mortar with my crowbar.
Okay, so.
Oh, a rallying cry was what I was trying to think of to get everybody worked up to want to jump in on this. That's what I was trying to think of.
You're not really successful. You've managed to scratch it a little bit, scratch the mortar a little bit.
Yeah. I just scratched it a little bit. Okay.
Okay, so for Newt, what are you going to do? Your path to the portal has been blocked by your baby mama. No, it's more baby mom Ra, if anything, but. Yeah, there is a way of summoning the sister if you make enough noise. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you're gonna join in with Obnoxious and start prying at the mortar. You're not having much luck with your rolls. But you're also yelling for help as well. But has anyone heard you? No. Barophone rolling. Okay.
Oh my god, it might be time to do some acting.
Sorry?
I said, oh my god, it might be time to do some acting.
Well, yeah, you're the only one who's outside. Everyone else is trapped.
Can I hear Newt screaming? Because I know he's in there.
Yes.
Oh my god. Oh my god. There are people. They're trapped inside the Nexus. We need help. Anybody, please. Can you not hear them?
The baker sticks her head out from behind her door. Goes, but if they're in the next eye, they're monsters.
No, they're the people that disappeared in the rotten cutlass. My friends and I went to save them. We are
from the pub.
I am the great hero, Fernando Martinez.
You'd have to ask the blacksmith. He might have some rope.
Oh, my friend, can you not please go and grab him for me? I'm gonna cast.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use magic on her. I'm gonna use magic. I'm gonna cast friends on her, as I say, friend.
You're gonna cast what on her?
When you spell friends, it's a cantrip.
Okay.
Okay, so the way this works is it just happens. I have advantage on charisma checks, and as long as I can concentrate up for a minute. Once it wears off, she knows I've used magic on her. So how she reacts to that and how I get myself out of that will be interesting. I'm a charismatic guy. I can get myself out of that. So I'm going to try and persuade her to go and get the blacksmith.
Okay. She runs off over to the blacksmith's and starts hammering on the door. The elder blacksmith answers the door, and he's more convinced, given the his shop's proximity to the pub and everything that happened. So he rallies his wife and son, and they grab some. They head towards the docks, where they grab some stout ropes. There are big lengths of rope, over at the docks for helping ships and things, and for replacing anchor ropes and all sorts. At the same time, the dwarves have all popped through, as well as the other patrons of the pub, into the
I'm gonna go to the wall and shout. It says the bakers are going to get the blacksmith. He shall be returning shortly with some stout ropes. Please do what you can from that side.
Rope. What's rope doing for us? Give me a saw.
Well, it's your turn, Obnoxious. What are you going to do?
I'm gonna yell back at Fernando. Fernando, what do you mean rope? Get me a saw or something so we can get these bars out of the way and get out of here. Or, a pickaxe and break the bricks. Rope isn't going to do us any good. So, I suppose there's not much else I can do. I'm going to take another whack at these stones, at the mortar.
Okay.
With a strength roll.
Wolfie, I'm outside because I used my teleportation ability to get on the other side of these bars.
Him and his blasted teleportation.
I know. That's a trick a rogue needs. I need to figure that one out.
Oh yeah, I'm the one doing your roll. Sorry, I was wondering, why is the roll not coming up? Oh wait, I'm the one.
Because I've got the teleportation ability and all my new bard spells are manipulation spells.
Oh yeah, you've done it now. You've made some good progress on it now. And everyone,
I guess Fernando's rope
is,
picked me off.
Everyone is starting to chip in with what tools they have got. They're starting to scrape away at the stones as well in a close pattern to you to help where you're doing it, so they can pull out a segment that's big enough for everyone to get through. Did you want to focus on doing that?
Seems to be working.
Yeah, I think I'll stick with that, and then might consider making Fernando eat this rope that he was bringing.
That wasn't my idea. That was the blacksmith's idea. You're gonna have to go through him.
But yeah, I'll just continue chipping away at this stuff so we can get out of here.
My speciality is manipulating people and dueling. I'm not very strong or good at with stones.
Okay, Newt, it's your turn. Okay, so he's going to check on his daughter. So that'll be a perception. You can tell quite handily that your daughter has soiled herself.
Nice.
It was a number 2.
With everything we've been through, I'm surprised more of us haven't soiled ourselves.
Yeah. Trust me, that's going to be the greatest adventure you do after this, after you get clear of this thing. Because you're going to be learning how to change that. That's going to be an interesting dice roll. Can you put some Phantom, baby? Could you put some thought into what he would need to roll for that one? You know, don't tell me now, but you know, when it comes around, you know.
I already knew what dice roll I'd make that.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah, don't worry about it for now.
Diapers,
Just
I
remind
think it's
remind me after you're free of the.
I am free. I'm just leaned against the wall waiting to see what's happening.
Okay. So, are you're gonna assist with that as well? Okay, so that would be another working on the prying. Not so well this time. But still, making slow progress is better than no progress. So, Fernando, it is your turn.
I'm gonna try and help hurry the dog workers along.
Sorry?
I'm gonna try and hurry the blacksmith along.
Okay. He's bringing
help them.
some anchoring tools as well. So basically basically they're a bit like grappling irons. What he's thinking is that once you get a couple of the bricks out, you'll be able to use these to help pull the stones free. So the people inside can push out, say, one stone. You chip the mortar away, and then the people outside can help pull the stone loose. So get you out of there as quickly as possible.
It sounds like a good idea, my friend. Yes, you do your best, my friend. I'm sure it will help. Is there any assistance I can provide?
Well, I suppose you could always. Well, we'll be ready in the next few minutes. Probably should help them start pulling some of the bricks through. Or chipping away at the bricks if you can. Just to basically move the mortar away to make it a bit easier.
Can I tell where they're trying to chisel out?
Yeah. There'll be quite a sizable noise and stuff, and there'll be.
Cool. I'm gonna take my crowbar and try and chisel out some more from this side.
Okay.
Strength check. With a -1 for 3.
Well, as I said, it's a little bit, but it's still helping. Okay. On the inside,
My one weakness is being strong.
The dwarves are chipping away at it, and the first brick has basically come loose. And they've started to push the brick out of the wall. From down the street, hearing the commotion, Sister Hellblazer and her brother are running towards you. What are you people doing? Don't you realise what you're going to let out? She is in a full-on panic.
Yes, sister. We are letting out the people of the Rat and Cutlass.
What do you mean the people from the... They couldn't have survived in there.
Yeah, but I'm afraid you are wrong. They survived very... Not well, but they survived.
How are you going to get them out?
We have already traversed the portal. We just need to get rid of this brickwork.
Well, let's check that it's actually them and not creatures.
It is them. I came from the other side.
Doesn't quite believe you, but
I'll make a persuasion check. It's fine. I'm
yeah.
not lying. A 19 for 23.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Yeah. You've convinced her that you survived in there. Well, I suppose we'll have to... She turns to the brother and says, well, the only thing we can really do is to gather some of the silver grass, put it near the entranceway, then if anything does come out, it would stop it. Yes, sister, that should do it. At least temporarily, until we're able to restore the barrier. Good. So the two of them shuffle off to go and get some of the silver grass. What you can hear is they're basically saying they're going to put a load of the silver grass into the barrier, into that area that you make, to prevent anything else from following you out. Just in case anything unpleasant decides to follow you. And me. So, Noxious, it's your turn.
All right, so we're making some progress with the bricks.
Yeah, the first brick is starting to work its way through.
Okay. Then I'm going to do a quick, well, I don't expect anything to be coming through or sneak through or anything, but you never know. I'm going to do a quick perception check of the area since this sister's so concerned. And I do have my own little dash of grass and holy water. So I can defend us, but I need to know if anything's around. So I'll do a perception roll.
Okay. Yeah. When you get closer to the ground to sort of look at it, you can see that the ground is in fact the ground from the other world.
Okay.
The proximity to the portal has caused it to sort of come out of the portal and corrupt things this side. And there are small patches of the red weed. Much smaller than what you've seen, but small pieces of it near the portal's edge. Not on the side you're on, but on the reverse side. The side that you can't see as easily.
Hold on.
And also the red, the liquid fire that's running down the side of the portal, it seems to be feeding on that, which is why it doesn't seem to be spreading.
Okay. So there's liquid fire in here. That's not good. It means I don't want to be spraying haphazardly. So I am going to usher all the people over to kind of a corner.
The problem with the leather chair, you
then
creak a lot.
I'm going to use some of my special water and kind of just create a little like drop barrier, essentially, just kind of drip it around and create a little bit of a barrier between them and this grass.
And then I'm gonna go back to the bricks. I gotta step out for a second.
What, between... What, closer to the portal? Or do you mean closer to the... Well... I probably should remind you, this is the same material that when you dropped the holy water on it before, the results were unexpected.
All right, wait. I thought that it was just regular brick, and then you said it's starting to corrupt it.
The
but it
outer
hasn't spread
wall
completely,
is
right?
the outer wall is normal brick.
Okay.
The ground closest to the portal is the corrupted ground, but the portal's base is the black stone.
All right. Can I do? I'm kind of wondering. So the plant itself is all connected, which means that it can probably. Well, I'm hoping that it can communicate with the plant on the other side, since it's essentially one organism. I guess, would that be an intuition roll to see if I can figure out if that's the case?
Yeah, I would go with that.
All right.
Intuition. Oh, insight.
Insight. Okay.
Oh, that's not one of your good stats.
I'm just hoping for the best.
No, you don't make the connection between the two.
Ugh. All right. Well, since we've got the stone and other things there, I'm just going to, I guess, well, they're all working on the brick wall. I'm going to slice and dice over there and just keep the plants from spreading any further.
Okay. So as you get to the back of the portal, you realise there's more of this corrupted ground and more of the plants. But yeah, you can start to give it some tending.
Yep. Turn my daggers into grass clippers.
Yep. Yeah, you start snipping it off and cutting it back. Newt, it's your turn. He's going to keep Eclipse/Taddy away from Brunhilde and Brunhilde away from the plants and try and communicate with Fernando. What do you want to say to Fernando? How long will the... How long to be here? We are running out of time. The plants are spreading. Oh, okay. How long are we going to be here? The plants are spreading. We're running out of time. He's very earnest, Fernando. How are you going to respond to that?
Snake, we are hurrying. We're looking at the vice. We need to hurry. They're running out of time.
Yeah. He's working on it. He's working on it. You know, stop riding him. He's working on it. Just make it happen and fast.
I'm going to take another crack at
hashtag
the
save Taddy.
Yeah, I'm going to take another crack at the
do this
brick
quicker.
robot. Try and get brick out so they can do what they need to. So you need a strength roll from me, don't you?
Fernando, well, Newt, are you going to actually help? You know, help with the pushing the bricks out? You and Brunhilde are going to help push the bricks out, or are you going to, just stand there cradling your soiled daughter?
Stupid arm. Just plump the wall out.
Oh, that was perfect timing, that coming up just then. As we're trying to save Taddy, remember if you took part to you could still donate to Save the Children's Christmas Jumper Day from last week. I know I did. It was quite fun, running a Christmas jumper. I have many, and they're all terrible.
Yeah, he's going to help.
Yeah, he's going to help, and Brunhilde is going to help. So you start pushing the stones out. So the stones are all starting to work their way through. Fernando. How is Fernando going to deal with this?
He's going to try and help get a stone out so the blacksmiths until the blacksmiths are ready. A 6 for a 5. Got -1 strength. Ooh, no.
Well, as I said, you're trying. You're adding that little bit of extra to it. It's not like something. It's not like one of those tests where if you got a 1, where you start pulling it the other way.
Yeah. Although I am going to use my bonus action. Do not worry, dudes. You will be fine. Everything will work out. It always does. And I'm going to use a bardic inspiration on him. I'm going to inspire him. So for the next 10 minutes, he can add a D6 to an attack roll, saving throw, or ability check.
Sorry?
I've given him a bardic inspiration, so for the next minute, he can use add a D6 to an ability check, an attack roll, or a saving throw once.
Nice. Very nice.
That's my new bard ability.
Okay, so the next couple of bricks are starting to... The people on the other side have passed through the grappling irons. I don't know, what are they called? There's a name for them. They use them in warfare for this exact job. It's for literally they're like breaching irons. I think that's what they're called. So you start to slide they've got them in, and they're starting to pull on the outside to help pull the stones out. So it's only going to be a couple of turns and they'll be free. And everyone will be able to escape. So, obnoxious. Are you going to keep pushing and stuff to help? Well, no, you're going to keep looking around for any of the grass, the red weed.
I've been keeping the plant away from everybody, so.
Okay, you're going to keep doing that to sort of for the next couple of turns so they can get out, so everyone can escape.
Yeah, I also wanted to find out though if, all right, so if I've already done something like that intuition roll, am I allowed to do another one on the same concept since I am fighting this stuff anyway?
Perhaps a perception
or is that
check
something
would
that's a
be
one and done?
appropriate.
Okay. All right, I'll do that.
Okay. Actually, it's fairly obvious. The red weed isn't moving very fast.
Okay.
Even before you douse it, it's plainly obvious that it's not moving at the same sort of speed as you saw it moving in the other dimension. In the other dimension, you saw it cover a corpse and start to eat it pretty fast. Here, it's barely moving, and you don't hear it creaking. That was the main distinctive thing about it in the other world. It creaked like when you force rhubarb to grow, you can hear it creaking as it grows, because you can literally hear it growing.
All right, if that's the case, and I know it's not moving this quickly, I'm going to turn around and go at these bricks with everybody else, because if there's no imminent danger, then there's no sense in standing around poking at a weed. So they had some bricks out already, or?
Yeah. By the time it gets to the NPC's turn, there'll be an opening that people will be able to climb out of.
All right, so I am going to use a strength roll then and go full bore and slam that brick that they're working with my crowbar.
Okay, so strength check. Nice, you've managed to knock out a couple more of the stones, so yeah. Well, you've gave it that little bit more of an oomph. Okay, Newt, it is your turn. There will be an opening very shortly. The last few bricks are basically teetering, and there'll be enough room for everyone to safely head out. Oh, you want to try and barge it as well? Okay. Okay. So, he's going to go for it as well. like a boss. He shoves the last few out. And there is an opening. Brunhilde walks past with baby Taddy. And as she walks past, she smiles at each of you who's been sort of working on the thing. And says, "Oh, it's so it's so nice of you doing all this, lads. I'd invite you to the bar for a drink if it hadn't been dragged to hell." And she steps through with Taddy. So I guess I should change this now. There we go. We have a new hashtag. There we go. To remind Wolfie. Hashtag change Taddy. You don't want Taddy getting nappy rash. He thought I was talking about the name. No, you've got to change her in a minute. Okay. So, Fernando, the path is clear. And the people are starting to step through.
Yeah, I'm just gonna step out of the way. I'm just gonna be out of the way, so I'm gonna step back. Do I see this sister and her brother out back yet?
Sorry?
I said the sister and her brother aren't back yet, are they, with the grass?
No, they're going off to gather some supplies.
Yeah.
Can you roll a perception check for me?
I certainly can. And 6 is what.
Oh, you can smell this. You can smell this. Brunhilde came past with Taddy. You can tell Taddy has soiled herself.
Nice. Yes, I'm going to step back
This is a smell very offensive to Fernando's nose.
Yeah, I'm going to step out of the way and just go, "Oh, well done, everybody. Good work, good work." Well done, yes.
Okay. The rest of the NPC, the rest of the dwarves and the other people walk out, and everyone's free to sort of exit the confinement area. As they proceed to do so, the sister and brother return with baskets of the silver grass. So, Obnoxious, it is your turn.
I'm going to use sleight of hand to nab a handful of that grass to add to my collection.
You might not want to grab it right at this moment. Because they're just going to basically...
Well, then
You could grab some in a little bit after they've spread some around the... After...
Right. Well, then I won't gather any undue attention at this moment and get kicked entirely out of a town. So...
Oh yeah, you'll be able to grab you'll be able to grab some of it once they... Because they're basically just going to leave a mountain, like a little mound of it on this side.
All right.
So yeah,
then,
you'll be able to handle
I'll use...
get a receptacle ready and then put it in there.
Okay. I'll do a perception roll then.
Okay. Oh my goodness, what is that smell?
What in the wolf shit?
Oh,
Apparently, all of our
you're right by
perception
the
are off today.
portal.
What?
You're still right by the portal. You're like the last person to come through. It's like, oh, what has she been feeding her for the last year?
Yeah, I can't imagine there's any good food
If she was
over
still,
in that place.
you know, if you were going to be weaponizing liquids from everyone, if you'd have been in that hell dimension, you'd have probably tried weaponizing her breast milk. Oh dear. Or weaponizing whatever's in there.
All right, well, then I am going to calmly move away from this horrific stench and wait idly by while I watch the church people toss their grass.
So you're gonna step out of the way, let them build their little mound of grass to block the entranceway.
Yep. I'll let them do that, and then, well, I guess while I'm waiting, I'll make myself a little pouch out of some crap I've got in my bag.
Okay. So, Newt, you are now free to do what you like, as you're now outside the confines of the thing. May I suggest taking history check on nappy change experience? No. Brunhilde's going to frog march you to the nearest home to sort of to do that. Phantom will tell you what you need to roll for this one.
It would be a sleight of hand check for doing something dexterous with your hands and not getting covered in shit. Oh wait, it will be a sleight of hand check. It will be doing something dexterous with your hands and not getting covered in shit.
Very nice. Very nice. Couldn't have said it better myself. You get a nat 1 on this, then bad things are going to happen. Although strangely appropriate, you were going to call them eclipse.
Look, as a parent of 4, sometimes you roll ones. Just saying.
But it's quite funny, you know. Poopy pants, person called Eclipse. This is all very familiar. Right. Let's get his character sheet. So, sleight of hand. Well, he's got +2. So he's got his +2 on changing diapers. He's done it! He's done it! The diaper has been changed. Well, the probably some form of terry nappy sort of thing. But yes, you have succeeded. You have cleaned up the poop. The wolf is safe for now, yes. From the poop. So, that's Newt's turn. So, Fernando, how would you like to recover from this appalling state of affairs?
I'm gonna go up to the blacksmith, because he seems to be the most in charge person besides the sister. Thank you for your assistance, my friend. It was much appreciated. these good people, they have had a horrible experience.
Mm.
Is the sister within earshot?
Sorry?
Is the sister within earshot?
Yeah.
Dad, some of these people, sister, they need a place to stay. Me and my companions also could use a place to stay as our current living situation was eaten into a bottle into another dimension. It's great tragedy. And we are rather tired right now.
The best place for them to stay, she replies, would probably be for tonight. Well,
I'm assuming
there'll be more space in the morning, but
yeah, I'm assuming
for
a lot
tonight
of
they
these
can
people...
stay in the church.
Mm.
Tomorrow, the fire order is going to be moving to their new chapel, which will be opening tomorrow.
Well, I'm assuming like the miners and stuff have homes to go to. It's just like the people living in the dam and do not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the only other thing though is that most of these people should have had homes, right? I don't think they all lived in the bar.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Saying. But the bars and a couple of people will have lived in the bar. So
yeah, everyone else is basically going to head home. It's Brunhilde, Taddy, and
I was trying to subtly throw our names in there. Yeah, I was trying to subtly throw our names in there because she wasn't very happy last time she saw us. So I was trying to be using some subtle manipulation here. I'm pretty sure she knows we blew up a hillside.
Yes, but at the moment she's more thinking about the gateway and tomorrow, because tomorrow her church is going to be opening properly, so she won't be sharing with the brother anymore. In fact, the next thing she's planning on doing is inviting you to the ignition ceremony.
I'm sure me and my friends would love to join you. I mean, I can even play the music and entertain if you like.
Well, that would be a nice way of making amends, I suppose. Of course, any money raised would be gladly donated.
Maybe a small commission for, obviously, my services. I am
You're going to restring your guitar.
Yeah, I am a very popular crowd drawer. And people will sing of the name of Fernando for years to come.
Perhaps you should try to persuade her.
Perhaps I should. 22.
Oh, yes. Well, that would be acceptable.
Of course, only a small commission, just for my obvious skill. I mean, I would quite happily donate most of the income to you.
She says,
okay.
Okay. That would be acceptable.
And with that, I will gather my friends and take my leave and to your lovely church, which we will be staying in tonight. Thank you. I'm just leaving before I make things worse again.
Okay.
I have a guitar to fix up tonight, apparently. So you're gonna do that, and then have you've basically had an extended day into night, but here it's still day, so you are gonna start feeling tired by now. Yeah.
So, I suggest everyone has a turn before they have a long rest for the night. Well, day
Yeah, well, I'm
into
just going
night.
to gather everyone and just let them know that I've sorted out the church for us to stay in.
Yeah.
For anyone who needs a place to stay. I'll be right back.
Okay, Obnoxious, what would you like to do before heading to bed to get some sleep? Because
So
everyone's going to be exhausted.
this little pouch that I made or whatever, it's just going to be cloth with like wax built in or like rubbed in. I'm going to grab some of that grass and put it in there, and that'll be my last thing.
Okay, you're going to head to the church like the rest and get some sleep?
Yeah, I've got, well, maybe sleep.
Well, get
Yeah, we'll
some
sleep.
rest, because...
Yeah, there's other business I have in there anyway, so. But yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Have a hat on.
Uh-huh.
Oh. Sorry. Had to do my hat tip.
Ah, gotcha.
And I was wearing a hat.
So yeah, grab my grass and then go with everybody else to get some snooze time.
Good idea. Okay, Newt, what are you going to do? Oh, he's after some alone time. So it, so you're going to lead them to the church and just basically have a little bit of a... Aww. He's going to hold his daughter's hand and say how she's his everything. In your head, though, you hear something. You hear a howl. And it edges closer. You can hear it getting closer. Not in a hostile way, but in a... How to describe it? You feel very protective. You don't pick up anything about your surroundings. But this sound, though, is in your head. It's like something has awoken. Yeah, Brunhilde's with you. I'm going to have you roll a wisdom check for that. For one reason. Well, actually, no, it's a nature check. You don't do it. In fact, you bring them both closer to you. And well, nothing happens. It's the middle of the afternoon. You've just slept. You're just going to sleep now because you've been awake for like a day or something. But something because of where you went has fully awoken in you. Okay, so everyone's going to have a long rest up until morning.
As I only need 4 hours of my. Well, I only need to meditate 4 hours for my trance.
Oh yeah, you'll be able to do.
Can I spend the other 4 hours everyone sleeping fixing this guitar so it's ready for my performance?
Sorry?
I'm going to use my wood carving ability that I gained from my trance, as I can change what efficiency I have, and I'm going to use a dagger and some spare strings to try and fix this guitar.
As you start, are you going to do that before you rest or after? After.
Yeah, because I only need 4 hours, where like the humans need 8, so I'm just going to spend the other 4 hours they're sleeping to fix it.
As you're working on it, the brother walks past during the night, and he says to you, and he hands you a small set of tools. He goes, perhaps these would work better, Bard.
What kind of tools?
Sorry?
What kind of tools are they?
They're just some odd. It's not a proper tool set, but it's just a couple of things that'd be better for what you're doing than some tweezers and some files and stuff, and proper wood cutting tools. Just so he could hear you. He could hear you working on it and thought, he was going to go and check the entrance way to the portal and then go back to bed. Basically, like a 4-hour watch.
Thank you very much. This is yes, this is very much appreciated. This wood is very rare. It comes from it was a gift from the Elk Queen. She gave it to me while I was visiting there first.
Fine instrument indeed.
I hand carved it myself.
Feel free to keep the tools. I wouldn't want you to break such an instrument. Trying to call it a gift for rescuing those people. You did a damn fine thing.
That safety is the only gift that Fernando needs. But this is very helpful, and I very much appreciate it.
So, the 8 hours pass. The instrument has been repaired. And it's gotten to morning. And everyone starts to wake up. Well, except Fernando. Fernando's been awake for a while working on his instrument. So, Obnoxious. You've just woken
So,
up.
is it like dark morning or light morning?
It's light.
Light sucks. All right. So I'm going to do a perception roll. I'm curious to know if any of their documents, books, and stuff like that are around since they're moving, or if all that stuff is already gone. Especially any type of magic or inscription-oriented books.
The brother sees that you're looking at the papers and things, and he says to you, "Did you want something?"
Well, I was kind of looking around. I was curious about the sect. Didn't know if you had any books on that, or just kind of trying to figure out the nature of the priestess's calling.
We're 3 different orders. We came together as one a few years ago, after the Night of the Living Fire destroyed this country, destroyed this city. Only 2 of us are left now. The 3rd Order left soon after. That's their building, just down the street. That's pretty much abandoned. The Sister Hellblazer had never opened her chapel. The Fire Order's chapel is harder to build, shall we say. It's not just crafted out of stone. Special runes and inscriptions are crafted to give it its unique appearance. Which is why they're holding the ignition ceremony today. My order is the Earth Order. We're the ones who know more about the healing elements, the purifying with water, like the silver. Well, as the cursed earth has moved into this realm, you'll see it at the ignition ceremony. There's the. You'll see why we do things the way we do, to try and stop the silver grass.
Okay. So, question I have is, are you like secretive, or is this something where you're open with information that you have?
Oh, we're very open. We've got nothing to hide. We're trying to rebuild this country.
Okay, because I am in the market for.
Did you want to know more about this country's past or something?
Past, but mostly about some of your techniques to purify things, and I'm looking at also some of the fire sect's inscriptions And I'd also be very curious about this third sect.
The fire sect's inscriptions. They don't do inscriptions.
Oh, you said they did different inscriptions in order
No.
to.
They use inscriptions for their chapel, but that's just to keep it. That's more of a cosmetic thing.
Oh, so these aren't magical inscriptions.
Well, they are, but they are more of a blessed fire to keep the congregation happy, rather than to cause alarm.
Because I'm with you. I want to purify this land and to assist you all, but I am lacking in knowledge and tools to do so while I'm away from this town and away from your congregation, as it were. But I would like to invest my time and even perhaps some gold into getting any books, any magical equipment, books or otherwise, that can tell me how to do these things, so that when I see a problem, I can help fix it for you all.
Well, if you come to the ceremony this morning, you'll see it.
Seeing's one thing,
Oh,
but
and
having
then
the actual information
afterwards, we can explain precisely how things are done. Our methods are not secret.
Okay.
They may
I want to
not be
do
the most effective in this situation. That's why we asked for people like you to come to this land. Our methods work, but they aren't. They're very wasteful for what we use. Very wasteful methods, shall we say?
So, regarding this third sect, though, there's the fire sect, and then you're the earth and water, essentially, sect. What was the third one?
The third was another brother. His order were the workers. They used the darkness. They contained it so that we could purify it.
Interesting. What made this person leave?
We're not sure. He's still around. He lived in the town keep. You might have heard his name mentioned. He declared himself lord of this land some time ago.
He was on the pamphlet.
Yeah.
Flyer.
Yes. He was part of the reason why the call was sent out. The call was sent out almost immediately after the Night of the Living Fire. It took a long time for us to find people who wanted to attend. But since then, he's been holed up in his keep, and we never see him. His church has remained empty ever since.
Interesting. All right. Well, I thank you for your time. And then, how long is it until this ceremony starts?
Oh, about an hour.
Okay. All right. Well, now that I've kind of gotten some information that I need from him, I am going to step out during this time where everything's being gotten ready for this ceremony, and I'm going to head over to this abandoned chapel.
Okay. Newt, it's your turn. You wake up. You're nestled in some blankets and things. Basically, they made you a bit of an impromptu bed with blankets and things during the night, just to keep you all warm and the baby warm and things. And so you're there with Taddy and Brunhilde as you wake up. Would you like me to roll your perception check? Yeah, perception. She's perfectly happy, healthy, and fine. She's had some... at some point during the night, Brunhilde must have got up, and they must have had something to eat. Them both looking a lot healthier and happier. Yeah. Well, yeah, they were both hungry. They've hardly had anything for the last year. Well, yeah, you told everything. You could tell everything from that perception. You got 23. And also you could smell it. Yeah. They smell right now. So you're gonna tell her you're gonna have something to eat first? There is a small plate with some food on it and a drink. It's a small amount of eggs and bacon and a possibly water, possibly something else. It's difficult to tell. Yeah, it's perfectly fine. Okay. As you go to drink the water, though, you see something in the water. You see a face in the water.
Oh my God.
You haven't even drunk it yet. As you look into the water, you see a reflection of a face. But it's not yours. It's a wolf face. It's very like the lichen that you had encountered. And also, there's something scratched on the floor. Scratched into the wood. It says, "Lone Wolf no more." Mm. Well, this is bad. Yes, something is shoving into the wood, and now you're seeing things inside your water. As you start to eat your breakfast. Okay. So once you've had your breakfast, so next time, once you've finished your breakfast, you're going to look for the sister. Okay. So, Fernando. It is your turn.
You said I've got about an hour before the ceremony.
Sorry?
You said there's about an hour before the ceremony.
Yeah.
And I've just seen Obnoxious just slip out after having his conversation with the brother.
Well, that was during the night while you were working on your repairs.
Yeah. As I've got time, I'm gonna go to the blacksmith. There's some stuff I want to try and pick up or have commissioned.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna head down to the blacksmith and see if I can buy some items.
As you approach the blacksmiths, there's 3 of them in there, each of them working on different things. The son works on one part of the business, the father works on another part, and the mother works on another part. They're all of similar skill level. The son is apprenticing in both the skills of the parents. As you approach, the father is the first one to spot you, and he immediately says, "Oh, hello, Bard."
I take up my good morning, blacksmith. I am wondering if I could purchase some wares or have some wares commissioned for today.
Oh, what sort of things are you looking for?
I am looking for either some new armor, so some studded leather, or a chain shirt.
Oh, yes, we can certainly
Preferably
do
the
those.
chain shirts. I This is not what I. It is what I can afford right now.
Well, we can definitely do the studded. In fact, my son is working on that at the moment.
Excellent. I would,
After he's finished that, he is hoping to actually move on to chain. He's been working on studded for a while now.
yeah, the studded leather will be fine. Maybe some extra flourishes here and there. I can maybe tailor them myself. And I am after a particular item, which I'm gonna have to ask the DM if I can have this first.
Yeah.
So what I'm after is I want to reflavor a shield. So it will work as a shield, but I want it as a parrying dagger. So like an offhand parrying dagger. So I just want a shield that looks like a parrying dagger. It will work mechanically the same as a shield.
But it will just
It's
look
just-
like a dagger.
Yeah. It won't actually function as a dagger. It'll work as a shield. It's for parrying blades and stuff. I just figured it looked more thematic than having a big bulky shield, given I'm a duelist.
If I had a curved handle in a similar style to a like, you know, the handle on Dooku's saber. If you had that reverse, so that it was like so it'd be like you'd hold it similar to like a tonfa, so you get that, like, you'd be holding it like a dagger, but it would be, the curve would be a little bit more extended than usual to make it
I was
seem
thinking
like
something more like a
not
a sort
fully
of-
like a tonfa, but
something sort of like a
more
a
single
sword
piece.
a sword breaker, but just bang swords aside.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
Cool. So I'll explain that to him.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Is he going to have to make? My friend, do you have one of those on hand, or is it a special commission job?
Oh, no, my wife would have to work on that one. She works on swords and daggers and things. But yeah, she would definitely be interested in making that for you, especially.
Yes, if it has to be specially made, may I ask the handle? I flick up my rapier. May I ask the handle be a version of this, so they are matching sets?
The wife steps forward and takes a look, and says, "Well, could you leave that with us for the time, at least so I get the handle done, or so I at least get it drawn, so I have something to work with. It'll take me a couple of hours to get the sketch right."
I wouldn't mind leaving the rapier itself, but I advise you be very careful and not touch it too much.
Oh, all I'm going to do, she says, is I'm just going to sketch it.
That should be fine.
Yes.
I gingerly pass her the sheath. Do not touch the handle too much. I'm surprised because this is a really ornate silver hat. It should actually be possible to metalwork this because it's a cursed magical item. I don't want to touch on this too much.
Oh yeah, she only wants to draw the handle.
Yeah, the
she's not
curse
going
can
to. She's not even
the
going
curse
to
is
draw
actually
it
stuck.
like draw it from the things.
Yeah,
she's just going to
to be
focus
fair,
on to make it look the same.
Why technically you have to kill me to take the blade, so it should be fine. I just don't want her to come to harm. Yeah. So I'll so pricing up the dagger and the studded leather, that should be 55 gold. And then anything they want to charge me on top for all the flourishes. And the extra silver padding I'm gonna have put on the studded leather.
Well, let's say another 10 gold for the silver. And the rest, we'll call it even.
So about 70 gold.
Because you've done the community quite the service. So
Thank you. I will come by in roughly how long do you think the armor and the blade will take? Yeah, because I'm going to have them do sort of blacken the leather and put a silver some sort of silver embellishes on it.
it's gonna take at least overnight.
If you need a recipe or any other extra expenses, I will be happy to pay.
Well, we've not had much work in recently, so she can start working on that immediately. She wasn't really interested in going to. Well, once we get back from the ignition ceremony, we'll be building up the fire before then, so plenty of time.
Excellent. I will please see you at the ceremony. Good day. I put my hat back on and start striding away. Ooh,
So,
I am down to my daggers.
Obnoxious, it is up to you. It's your turn.
Okay, so if I'm at this closed chapel, I'm gonna do a quick perception check. Actually, I'm here so I can roll myself. I just got to get to it. Refresh for sure. Because I'm going to look for any easy openings. Ugh. All right. So, I'm guessing I don't see any easy openings. I am going to, I guess, go to the nearest door and pick the lock. If there is one. I guess test the door, see if there's anybody.
Sorry, what were you? You're gonna do what?
So I went to the building, I did perception roll, didn't get a very good roll, so I'm going to check and see if the door's locked and pick it if it is.
There is no door.
There's no door. Well, that's obnoxious in its own way. I guess I'll go inside and see what I see.
Perception check, please.
Okay. 9, because these rolls are great.
You're in a very bad place.
In a bad place.
Yeah. You are in a very, very bad place.
Is this like a feeling, or is there something I see?
It's a feeling. All around you, something's not right. Would you like to investigate the? Well, I suggest investigating the floor.
Okay. Investigation. Oh my gosh, these rolls suck.
Oh no, this is blatantly obvious as soon as you touch it. As soon as you... It's the black stone.
Oof.
But it's new.
Ooh.
New. Okay.
all the Blackstone you've seen so far is old. Has been like they tried to tell you when you went into when you asked I'm trying to think who it was. One of you was chatting with one of the villagers. Oh, it was when you were talking to the farmer, and you said to him about, oh, why did you use this cursed stone and everything? And he's like, well, a lot of people used it because it was there. They couldn't get hold of good quality stone when they were building these new buildings. So they just plunked their houses around the buildings that were there already because the foundations were laid and there was nothing wrong with the chimneys. The wood part had all burned away, but the chimneys and things were fine. A bit cracked in places, but easily repaired. This is a new build. The stone is all freshly cut. It's not cracked. It's not been there for centuries like other buildings.
And it's just the entire floor? Or is it like a square of the floor? Or is it...
It's the whole floor, the whole building. That's why you're getting so creeped out.
Okay. Then, can I do a constitution roll to continue forward?
To do what?
Like, to continue moving into the place. I want to find... I'm here looking for anything that was left abandoned that might be useful to me concerning this, especially the Black Stone, since I know that this is the guy that was responsible for some of it, that there's got to be some type of documentation on how to either make, stop, or utilize this stuff.
There is an altar at the head of the church, but it's clearly not been used for a while. Possibly a few months. It's starting to get covered in dust and...
Okay. Guess I'll walk up and check out the altar.
Okay, Newt, it is your turn.
Get ready, guys. I might need you.
So you're going to head round to the fire temple, or the fire chapel. You arrive at the fire chapel. Well, you arrive at what is going to be the fire chapel. Basically, it's... how to describe it? There is a very strange entranceway with unusual stone along the ground and what looks like an unusual arrangement of pipes or rail or fencing, but not fencing. It's not narrow enough to be fencing. It's what we in the real world would call scaffolding, but quite widely spaced. Just sort of like an elaborate framework which goes over this building. Instead of walls. And along these pipes, there are runes and things cut into this meshwork. That's what it looked like the inside of a paper mache, ornate paper mache thing where people use wire threaded into like like a grid pattern, to give what they're doing something to attach to. Nope, no blackstone at all. The sister is looking over a book. She's wearing something very different to before. What looks like weirdly like a dressing gown. More than anything else, like a dressing gown or an overcoat, something to sort of keep warm. And she says, "Oh, hello, adventurer. Oh no, certainly not. Certainly not. The ignition ceremony is happening soon, and I'll finally be able to wear my proper robes. You couldn't possibly wear the robes of my order in this weather. Oh, dear goodness. Catch your death. Especially in the Brothers' Chapel. Oh my goodness, it's so cold over there." Did you want something? Oh, what about? Counted anything? When? Being of some kind? No. No, nothing at all. Although I do sense something different about you. Something that howls? Well, I don't know anything about anything like that. But like I said, I do sense something different about you, though. Perhaps it's you who needs to commune with something. Oh, ever since you came out of the portal. Did you... Well, oh. She looks confused by what you're saying. Perhaps you need to commune with yourself. After the ritual, after the ignition ceremony, come back here, and once the ignition ceremony is done, you'll be able to use the confessional. And in the flames, you'll get your answer. Because I think I know what is wrong with you. And I think I know what's changed. But I think to find out what it is, you need to converse with the other part of your soul. Because something has started to burn within you. And that sort of fire is something I can greatly understand. Oh no, no. We have a special goblet. A few drips of your blood into the goblet. The goblet ignites, and you commune with yourself. Nothing dangerous, nothing harmful. The drips of blood burn away in seconds. I have no reason to lie. You have to remember, fire is honest. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. I almost said it. I remember upsetting Jericho. Was it Jericho's I upset the last time because I quoted that awful Lord of the Rings shirt? Oh no, it was Phantom.
I actually seen it.
Because I did the sea is always right. And he looked up like.
I just think it's a dumb sentiment.
But yes, after the ceremony, you can definitely do that. Get better fashionable. Okay, Fernando, it is your turn.
I'm going to start heading to the ceremony to get prepared.
Okay.
Do I catch any of Wolf's conversation as I'm rocking up?
As you approach, you catch the tail end of it.
Which part do I catch?
The part about the ritual.
Okay. There's a fire that burns in all of them. It's called passion. But you have to be careful not to be engulfed by your passion. Where would you like me to set up, my lady?
Well, I would say your best place would be to set up probably in the entrance, just down where the street meets the other chapel. Not my brother's chapel, the abandoned chapel. That's where we're going to have the main of the ceremony. It's going to be closer to there, because the ignition ceremony is quite potentially hazardous to those who do not have the appropriate blessings and potions.
That sounds like a lot of fun. I will take my leave and examine my area. The stall
yes.
could be provided. That would be most helpful.
Yes, there are many people who, as you say, who come to these openings, shall we say, with other intents, to burn with passion. It's an unusual act, but has been known to the adventurous people like to perform.
Well, they often say that Fernando is a raging inferno of passion. But
well, perhaps you would be interested then, if you have someone. We have private areas for such things.
Yeah.
Not
Fernando is
you and your friend from the pub.
Fernando is free for anyone who is beautiful enough to tame his wild passions for the evening. He is.
Well, unfortunately, I
overly
have
picky.
to perform the ceremony myself, so I've never had the opportunity to do that.
Well, maybe some time. I am not planning to leave town. I am under
Oh, it's
contract. I
only
pulled out the paper that I was given
it's more of
to
a
be.
once in a lifetime opportunity, and you have to be there when they open one of these chapels to do this. So
Well, come and get
unfortunately,
me up
this is
to.
not my time. But if you know anyone who would like to, then and she hands you this odd token, this odd little key, and 2 small vials.
Do I know what's in the vials?
She heavily implies what they are is basically flame resistance potions.
Ooh, intriguing.
What she was basically saying was that during the
I
ignition
yeah.
ceremony, some people like to basically do it while on fire during the ceremony, because the whole of the building is going to catch fire. And that's why she was like, "Oh, your choice of words intrigued her because of the way you said, oh, burned by their passions."
I will open the ceremony and maybe enjoy myself within the temple, and I will hopefully return in enough time to close the ceremony. We will see how the event goes, as they say. I'm going to start heading towards the abandoned church to so.
Okay, so Obnoxious, it is your turn.
All right. We're going to try for another perception check and look at this altar and see if there's anything about it that's interesting or useful. I just refreshed, so let's hope. Of course.
Oh my goodness. Oh, the rolls have been so bad today. Although I added a thing. In fact, I need to put that on because it's happened. How many nat ones have we had?
I have no idea actually.
I think we've had at least 3.
Hmm.
Because both of them wanted to get back in the daggone portal, so there was that.
Because basically what I've done is I've added a thing so that we can keep a track of the nat 1s and nat 20s. Oh, we had 2 nat 20s this session, so.
But at least it's not like we're consistently rolling bad, and we're all consistently rolling bad. It's just across the board today.
Oh no, it's more for that. Because then over the campaign, I have to change what it says because it's actually we've had 7 crit hits during the campaign so far.
Yeah, I got one
and
last week.
We've had 3 or 4 crit fails. No, we've had more than that, but I have to add them on. It's because I had to redo my Discord bot recently, and I found loads of different things we could add for like messing around like that. But I will send everyone a link. I will send everyone a sheet with all the things on. Like I'll put it into a Word document so you can see them all and use them all and stuff. Like the shout outs and things. Or if you have any suggestions for ones or links to different things you'd like to advertise or something, because I want everyone to have equal credit, like on a TV show. I'm hoping to eventually build that like an opening sequence with like a proper, like everyone gets a little thing during the opening. I'm trying to think of the ones I'm thinking of. the ones where you get the old style shows where you get like a little thing of a person.
Yeah.
But I hadn't had the opportunity to sort of raise that with everyone, with me rebuilding my machine and stuff. But that's something to do for future. Now everything is a bit more stable, and I'm not getting the thing, trying to think of the name of it. I'm not getting the streaming issue I was getting before. You know, it was losing frames.
Yeah.
Not getting that anymore. Need to get a picture of us, Hawk, in D&D style. Well, I got miniatures of you on order.
Do you?
Yeah. The only one who I forget who's who. One turned up today. Which one's half elf? Okay, give me a sec. It's literally.
So you are too, aren't you, Fernando? You're half elf and half tiefling.
Well, actually, I've got a little image I made in Baldur's Gate. So when I turn my camera off, it should be in the center now. There's my
Yeah, I don't know if
quick.
you'll see this very well. Oh. It's not painted yet, but it's little half elf rogue and the fire priestess.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
But I've got a little image pulling the cameras off of Fernando now.
I have got a mini which is very similar to you. I've tried to get. I found a tiefling thingy mini that was very similar.
He's got the same mustache and beard style as me. Actually, I trimmed off all this. I did have it running back here, but I got rid of it.
It was just one I quickly mocked up in Baldur's Gate 3.
Good idea. But as I said, they will probably arrive in the next couple of weeks because of postage things and stuff. Because I'm hoping eventually to do a couple of specials where we actually have the an actual dungeon crawler session with the actual minis on a board. Because I have got the tiles and everything to do one.
Yeah, you just need to set up a separate sort of dungeon camp.
Yeah, and I have got one.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, I've got a second camera. I just need to set up the table with it on and everything, which I can do. You can have the second table here with the camera on it.
Well, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. But as I said, I didn't have the minis available yet. But as I said, they're all on order now, so I've wanted to do that for ages. But there is going to be a slight thing to it at first because of where the tiles came from. They're very special tiles. In fact, yeah, they were his tiles, Phantom.
Yeah.
They've been in a box ever since. Red Claw's tiles.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it would be appropriate. I wanted to use them for so long, and I wanted it to be like a special thing when I actually did, and to have the minis and everything. But yeah, sorry, I sort of. Whose turn was it? I sort
of. It was obnoxious.
Sorry,
Yeah,
obnoxious.
I did a really crappy perception roll looking at the crap.
Oh, you were going to do an investigation to have a look at see if you could find out more about the altar.
Yes.
So yeah, yeah, roll for that.
Oh, okay, do investigation. All right. Come on, give me something. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness, I would suggest
I completely
log
redid. I
out.
went back out.
No, log out
Log
of D&D Beyond and log back in.
Okay.
That is a known error that happens if you get a thing with your dice rolls. They do actually. I did some checking after what Destroyer said on the other thing. They do acknowledge that sometimes their R&D gets a bit wonky, and what they say to do is to actually log out and log back in. It's some sort of weird glitch where it doesn't roll the actual dice. It just like has a
The number generator.
the number
Yeah, 'cause
generator
I've pretty
puts
much
it
been
into
freezing forward the whole time.
like a cache, which is then used to do the addition to your modifier. The problem is sometimes it doesn't clear that cache properly, and reloading doesn't clear it necessarily, but relogging out and logging back in does do that.
To be fair, if I have too much of an issue with it, I will just go and get my huge bag of dice and just start rolling dice.
All right, I'm back in. So re-roll.
Well, yeah, it's something when you've been DMing or GMing, you always have a massive bag of dice.
Yeah, I love mine, the special limited edition MTG dice that me and Redclaw used to get when we used to go to Friday night Magic.
I've still got my old
Right.
dice bag, but I wish I bought that Cthulhu one years ago.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
my one
so
regret,
great.
because they were limited. It was a one of a kind that someone
Yeah.
made.
Didn't we see that?
It was
that Comic-Con one?
it was at the game shop in Reading before they moved. It was when it was the pub. One of the owners made it, and they were selling it in shop, and it took ages to sell, and that's why they never made any more.
Yeah.
And the number of times I've looked for that, thinking, oh, maybe it was like a bought-in item or something, or no. Okay, as you look at the altar, you can see that the cuts into the altar's surface, kind of like a kitchen work surface after it's been used a few times. Pardon me, you'll always get little dings and divots and stuff in it as time goes on, no matter how careful you are. This doesn't have many. It's clearly not been used that much. But the blade that was used for the inscriptions is still there. They've clearly left in a hurry. But they haven't used this place very often. But the altar itself is absolutely steeped in dark magic.
Okay. What about the knife?
Like, you suspect that... Well, actually, no, with the 22, you know that there is a speck of, well, shall we say human bean juice.
So it's been enhanced with a little bit of blood magic or something? Oof, that's nasty business right there.
Nasty stuff.
Is the knife, I guess, covered in this magic, or either one, or both?
Sorry, what were you going to do?
So is the knife that was there, you said it was left there, is that also, like, got this magic embedded in it? And is it just the dark, or is it the blood, or is it both?
Both.
If it is... So it's infused with the both.
It's been used to kill.
That's a nasty knife.
How they lost it kind of makes sense, because it's fallen down the back of the altar, and there's a bit of a to allow the blood to drain away. There's like a draining area. And what's happened is the knife fell off and landed in there and got sort of concealed by that. So they never noticed it when they were taking their stuff away. Because that's not something you would leave behind.
No.
Because it is inscribed with all sorts of runes and things.
Ooh.
Though none of them are the glowing runes you saw before.
Okay, good. Those ones are a pain in the butt. I am going to... Let's see. Well, can I reach my hand in there, or is this a tight area?
No, you can reach your hand in there perfectly happily. As I
Okay.
said, they just couldn't... to the casual observer, you wouldn't see where it was very easily. Sort of like...
Okay.
Imagine a sort of a drain going sort of like that, and this having a cover on the top. So it's dropped down and into this drain part. So people just couldn't see it. But you've seen it,
Okay.
so...
I have gloves on too, so
If you hadn't rolled a 20, you would never have seen it. Because, as I said, it's so tucked away.
I'm glad that got sorted out then, because that was frustrating rolling threes the whole time.
It's the sort of area where they put like chemicals and stuff to pull off sort of little tricks and stuff, to make their magic more showy.
Okay. Well, I'm going to retrieve the knife.
Are you going to wrap it in something to store it very carefully?
Yeah, I do. Let's see. I should still have. Well, I can rip off a piece of my cloak and do the same thing that I did with the grass. Essentially, take one of my candles and rub it into the cloth, and then wrap it in that, so it's sealed with wax, essentially.
Okay. So, Newt, it's your turn. Okay, perception check. You don't pick up anything else from the place. As Wolfie has to go, would anyone object if we jump ahead a little bit to the ceremony?
That's spicy meatball!
I was just setting up anyway, so...
Obnoxious, you okay with that? And now you've got me to eat some of my spicy beans.
Yeah.
I haven't got this. I forgot to set up the fancy spinner that appears on screen, so you have to go with the crude spinner for now. But for next week, I will definitely have it set up. So, come on, you. Oh, it's got squished on the cardboard. What's it pointing at?
The green one?
Oh, cayenne. Cayenne is the dark red. Not to be confused with the light red. So there we go.
That's not so bad.
It's still spicy though. Oh.
You know what? I've got lots of points. I'm gonna play that every time I get a bad roll.
Oh, is that what you're gonna do? Lovely. Oh,
Suddenly I'm gonna
I
start
think I had
getting
the
some
wrong one.
advantage on things.
I think I had the. Oh, I think I had the Carolina Reaper by accident.
Roll one on that.
Oh, 5-minute afterburn as well.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I normally do a countdown at this point. I don't have any drink until 5 minutes after.
Oh, no.
That's going to be a spicy one. Right. Okay. Did you want to do anything before the ceremony starts?
I mean, the only thing I'd like to do is, if they left in a hurry, and I can tell because that knife got left there, I really want to see if there's any type of documents in the area. I'm absolutely
No, there's nothing else there.
okay.
The place has been stripped pretty well.
I mean, they even took the doors, apparently. So
Yeah. When someone takes the doors, you know. There's only one, you know, if they had a freezer, they probably even took the ice cube trays out of the freezer. And I mean, what kind of sick takes the ice cube trays out of the freezer?
Actually, every time I've moved, I've taken the ice trays with me. They were mine, so, in my defense.
So basically, outside the fire chapel, Fernando is performing to quite a large crowd. Most of the people from the town are there. You've got sort of a captive audience. Everyone waiting for the ceremony. Because no one's allowed into the temple until the ignition ceremony is actually complete. So they're all waiting, and you're basically the warm-up act.
A warm-up act for the ignition ceremony.
So yes, you want the performance check of your life.
Yes, I do.
Can you put that thing on yourself to increase your roll?
Which thing?
What was it, that bonus you gave Thingy earlier on?
Oh, what, the friend spell? Oh no, the public expression. No, I can't use that. My subclass allows me to use those for something else later, but I can't use them on myself. No.
Well, I would say that you're familiar with the crowd and the fact you've had plenty of time to prep. So I'd say that gives you an advantage on this one.
2 2s.
Oh my goodness!
Oh, wow. I think I might need to log out and relog back. Jesus.
You must not have got that repair sorted quite right.
Yeah, apparently not.
Oh dear. That's below average. That's Devise's busker sort of level.
Ooh.
And I don't mean the good one. I mean the one with the broken bagpipes.
I mean, with my +6, that's an 8, so it's not as bad as it could have been.
Oh yeah, it could have been a lot worse. But yeah, that was, oh dear, that's shocking. Shocking. The dice have not been Fernando's friend today.
Oh,
but there is always tomorrow.
Well, we'll see how. Maybe I'll get another performance check. How that goes.
Maybe after the ceremony, after everyone's excited.
Yes,
Fernando
maybe.
is no one's warm-up act.
Okay.
He's not bringing his A game.
No.
It's because Fernando from GTA 3 was one of my favourite characters, so yes, I know the voice. I know the voice very well.
That's right. His radio show is my favourite thing on GTA games.
Because Fernando is not a pimp.
No, he never charges. He gives his love making away for free.
Right. So, obnoxious. You can hear Fernando playing. Not great. What would you like to? Is there anything you would like to do before the ceremony? As the crowd are all there. You know, the village is all there. Everyone is sort of milling around and.
I am curious about this ceremony and such, so I think I'm going to stealth around and see if I can maybe get a glimpse of what they're planning, or maybe even eavesdrop on them, because I don't fully trust anything in this town.
There are some unusual stones which go in a line towards the chapel and the sort of mesh that is the makeup of the building. Inside, on those stones, are some unusual runes.
Okay. You know what I want to do then? Because I don't know what the stones are just yet, but I have a pretty healthy interest in runes. I'm going to draw those runes out onto a paper so that I can have them for later use if necessary once I determine what they're for.
Good idea. It's a good idea. Okay, so Newt, what would you like to do? You're there with Brunhilde and Taddy waiting for the ceremony to start.
180 minus 400 is 320. 220. No, it's 280. Wait, no. 220.
Oh, she's happy. You're looking fine. In fact, you end up getting a little squeeze for that one. And a whisper in your ear. Oh, she's looking good. She is looking good. She's asking you. She's got a little key and 2 vials. She's asking you, you know, you want it? The sister owed you a favor. Brunhilde. Brunhilde has the vials because she's already spoken to the sister. And she's organised a babysitter. So she's asking you if you'd like to, you know, pop downstairs during the ceremony. No. She's asking if you want to do something else during the ceremony. And that's why Taddy's got a babysitter. She's giving you the little wink and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Well, you know, you were the one who chose to dress up all fine for her. And I suppose that's one way of writing you out, because you did say you could only be here for a little bit longer. Yeah, this is you missed the ceremony part. You know, you can hear it, but then, you know, you're kind of busy with other things. You know, and the Fire Order encouraged this. That's what they were offering it to Fernando as well. They have special rooms for it. To give you what you desire. I was gonna say, Wolfie. What are you gonna say? You're gonna use protection because it's the best. It'd melt. Keep that tentacle away. Oh. Well, okay. So, Wolfie and Newt and Brunhilde proceed into the temple where they use their little key to head downstairs to one of the private chambers. As they go through, they're encouraged to drink their potion. Because, you know, if you don't, you die. It's kind of difficult not to. It's sort of, you have to. Death is certain if you don't. Yeah. It's a fire protection potion. They think so. So, as they're heading down there, the sister steps out from the back room, or the back area, and she walks to the front and greets everyone. Welcome to this ignition ceremony. Now to start things off, everyone make sure to drink your potions. And everyone's potions are handed out to everyone in the crowd. It's more a precautionary thing, she says. To the people outside, it's more a precautionary thing because of the decorative fireworks and things which will be going off shortly. And we wouldn't want anyone to get hurt. At which point, she begins to chant. And as she does, she yells to Fernando. Can you give us a hot beat for this part of the ceremony?
Yes. I shall strum something nice on the guitar, like sort of quick Spanish style.
So I'll let you have
Something
another go at
fizzy and
the.
passionate.
I'll let you have another go at the advantaged performance check.
A
Oh,
22.
that's more like it. He has picked the perfect song. As the runes beside you, Obnoxious, start to sizzle, catch fire. And as this song increases in tempo and speed, the fire responds to it. The whole building then begins to envelop in flame, be as if the whole building is responding to the song, as though the building is basically engulfed in flames, but as if the flames are dancing to the song. And that's happening all the way through the building as well, to the room that Wolfie's in with Brunhilde, right to the very tip of the building. The whole building is just ignited and just wreathed in dancing flames. And whenever Fernando changes the thing with his music, the flames respond to him. So how would people like to react to that? The whole building around them is literally ablaze, making out the shape of a building. That's what they meant by there's no walls. The flames are the walls.
Well, I think I should probably help Fernando drink his potion real quick before he lights up. And probably down that crap myself, even though I don't trust it. Because I don't think he's been playing the whole time unless he's had time to drink his stuff.
I mean, I probably would have had a chance to drink it just before I started this.
Oh no, where you were stood is actually somewhere perfectly safe because
But that's alright then.
because it wouldn't protect his instruments. So
Yeah,
he
gotcha.
needs to be a set distance away. That's why I said you were as far away as you actually are.
Oh, that's fine. I
Because-
won't drink it then.
Yeah, you don't need to.
I'll keep those two for later. They might come in useful.
They're 100% effective fire potions. They're only
I
handed
pretty
out
much have
during
to
these
take mine 'cause-
ceremonies. They are extremely valuable.
So I pretty much have to take mine then because I'm right by these stones that ignited everything.
Mm.
So
They're a free action to take them because they're literally like a little. They're smaller than this little cup. They're just like a shot glass sort of size bottle.
all right. So I think, you know what? Since I already wrote down or drew up the runes, I am listening intently to her chanting to see which words she says that causes the runes to respond, and I'm writing that alongside the rune images that I've already drawn up.
Okay.
Very carefully inside my cloak so that it doesn't light on fire.
Well, we know what you're up to, Newt.
Wow.
I was
Why
thinking
just
more
have one
Michael
cup when you
McIntyre
can
at
have
this
a litter?
point. Someone call the emergency services. Oh, my sex is on fire. What's wrong with you?
Yeah,
But you'd be in trouble now if you did that, because you wouldn't. You'd end up probably in an Uber to get there or something. All the ambulance workers on strike. Oh yeah, well, Wolfman, you are basically having every anime furry's dream sex on fire. Tentacles, fire. What's even worse is the fact that you are transforming slightly.
Certainly.
You are transforming into your wolf form during this. Oh yeah, but you're not respecting those boundaries yourself. You are literally wolfing out. In the top of the building, outside, people can hear you howl. And it is a proper werewolf howl. No, not at this point. You are kind of busy. No, that's after the ceremony. That's after the ceremony. Fernando, it is your turn. You are putting on the show of your life right now. As I said, you literally have a building the size of, like, it's not, I'd say it's as big, it's about half the size of, that chapel in the middle of town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's about half that size.
Okay.
And that shape is basically dancing to your song, like an old-style equalizer on like Windows Media Player. It is responding, and
I'm gonna jump up on the stool and really try and give it some oomph.
Yeah.
A 16.
Oh yeah, yeah. Everyone is just cheering and cheering, like between the excitement of your playing, the excitement of the building, a little bit of a side effect of the fire potion. It makes people a little bit more excited. Yeah, everyone is pumped by this. It's like, and you get one slight thing as well. Who is it that the instrument belongs to?
Oh, no, it's not this one. It's the violin that I don't tend to play. The violin's the special one.
Oh yeah, it's the violin you don't play. This is just your other instrument, your guitar. As you are performing, the sister erupts into flames. The dressing gown she was wearing burns away to reveal her proper robes. And she sort of gives you a sneaky wink, like, and yells across to you, it works on other things too. Go nuts. Your passions will not burn you today.
Nando's passions never burn.
I know what she's basically saying is you could actually tip the stuff on your instrument and it would be perfectly fine.
Oh, okay.
So you could play wherever you want and just go nuts. So yeah, if you wanted to do some acrobatics, you've got the space to do some flaming acrobatics.
Yeah, sure. I've got 2 of these, so I'll pour one over all my stuff.
Yeah.
All the stuff I'm wearing, and I'll drink the rest of it. And I'll drink the other one. I'm not one to turn down a performance. And I'm going to flip up. I assume she's on some sort of stage right in front of the church. I'm going to flip up next to her.
Okay. So acrobatics.
I'm almost tempted to pull the violin, but it's a really hard decision for the character to do that.
Oh no, I would say this is the perfect opportunity because this is like a once in a lifetime thing.
Yeah,
as special occasions go, this is as special gets.
I kept playing the guitar because the violin and the bow connect to the violin are magical.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do, but
go for it.
They're magic. So I'll play the guitar up there and finish, and then I'll put it on my back and I'll pull out the violin. I have no idea what this is going to do. Because Fernando has forgotten what the magic is on this item. So he pulls out his black and silver violin and his bow with the hair of the Raven Queen as the string on the bow. And the strings of the violin are made out of the hair of the Raven Queen. So we'll see what that does. Would you like another performance for this one?
Yeah, another advantaged performance.
A 22.
Oh, yeah. So, you jump over to Sister Hellblazer. You pull your violin and you are there. And in a surprise to her, the flames change colour. And not in a sinister way, but they change from, you know how a flame, a hotter flame, a blue flame is a hotter flame.
Yeah.
The building goes hotter. The flame goes blue. All through the building, the flame goes blue, and everyone is like, the only way I could describe it is everyone is just high as anything from this. Because it is just... This is not something that happens. Because the Raven... what was it? The Raven Queen.
Yeah, she's the goddess of death.
The goddess of death has basically granted her blessings to this as well. This is like, you know... If you have respected her so much that it's like...
Yeah, there's a reason he doesn't play this instrument, is because whenever he does, he plays a sad duet that's never got the accompanying player with it. I don't think he'd be playing that right now. I think he'd be too into it.
And everyone is just, like, as I said, like... And the only strange noise that everyone can hear is this even louder howling from inside the chapel. And as I said, the flames are a lightish blue. And it's actually got to the point where people everyone's starting to feel the heat, even with the fire resistance potion.
Nando's potions, they burn hot and raw.
If the fire temperature, if it could put up with, say, this sort of level of fire before, with the music and stuff you've played, it's now dragon fire sort of level and more. So yeah, this is like maybe a little bit too like and the sister is just like chanting, and she's absolutely going for it, just because the runes are dancing as well to the song, and she's sort of making them twirl and just respond, and it's quite it's a hard to describe light show. So obnoxious. How are you going to respond to this? The flames have gone blue. And everyone is losing their minds with just... Even you're having difficulty keeping it under control.
So because of that, I want to...
the atmosphere is utter electric right now.
I do have an advantage against being charmed. So I'd like to roll a perception check. And can I use that, or how does that get utilized? Because to me, this seems like, I mean, it's a lot of magic, but people are getting way too into it, and there's a lot of ways you can consider a charm. Even just really getting into something, and the crowd effect could be considered a type of charm. I know the fire's real enough. I know that's not fake, or at least I think it's not fake right now. But I would like to use that to make sure that I'm not being any attempt at being charmed. And keep my head on my shoulders and where it needs to be.
Okay.
That would be a advantage wisdom saving throw if it was working like a charmed effect.
Yeah, that's precisely what I was thinking.
Okay, so how do I use this advantage? It just says advantage, but it doesn't say...
Yeah, so if you hover over the wisdom saving throw and right click it, it will come up with advantage, flat, or disadvantage. Just tick the advantage and roll it.
Okay.
And it'll do the advantage for you.
Glad I checked, because I didn't know how to do that one.
19 and a 16.
So it will automatically... Yeah, it will automatically give you the highest one.
18 is the end?
Yeah. You are just managing it to not get swept away by it.
Oof.
Like, just.
All right, then I'm going to... Well, I definitely want to step away from any of the blue flames. I've already got my runes, and I've got the words that accompany them. I'm going to step to kind of the edges of this and observe. See if there's anything that I see that might be useful or that I could use in the future. I'm not afraid of fire because of the... Of course, I already know I've taken the potion, but I'm accustomed to dealing with fire from my background. So it's not really going to... The fire's not going to affect me any, but... I don't know what her chants necessarily are, or what they contain, or what they're doing. So I want to step to the side and observe and see what I can learn, I guess, or discern from everything that's going on.
Okay, Newt. If you do you have time for another turn? If he's still here? You did say he might have to leave by this point, so.
No, he's still here.
Okay, so the room you're in, the fires are all blue now, and basically you are in full werewolf mode. But you are still you aren't doing what you think. Well, no, you're not doing what you think you would be. Let's just say you are still pashing. It's getting freaky in there. It's getting uber freaky in there. There is, as I said, there is fur, there is tentacles, there's flames everywhere. It's like, oh my goodness. You know, this would be, what would it be? If I had to call this anything, it would be like Furry of the Overfiend. Not so much in control as you both are got the same things in mind at this moment, and those things aren't eating.
He didn't actually add his 250 speed, did he?
No.
No.
Well, he
would
arrived
have leveled
late.
up. No. This is an interesting one. He would have leveled up. Wolfie, what would you pick between? Because you get extra damage type on your weapon, which you can add as a blood hunter. You get flame, frozen. You get fire, cold, or lightning. Which one would you pick? Because this is going to be quite interesting.
If he picks fire, that would be amazing.
If he gets as Crimson Riders, he gets to add extra damage to either his weapon, and when he gets to level 3, he can add it to his claws.
Oh, you could have flame claws. Oh, that's awesome. Basically, at level 3, if you pick an element at level 2, at level 3, you can then add that element to your claw damage. So you could have fire claws.
You get lightning, fire, or ice.
Freaking fire claws would be freaking awesome.
I was going to get, to be fair, the Blood Hunter build I built was going to go for big frost claws.
Oh yeah, but that's very sort of that's more your style, because that's very Space Wolfy sort of Norse.
He also gets fighting style at level 2 as well.
Well, fire does quite a lot of damage to most supernatural foes. Plus, it would work really nicely with my storyline.
Mm. Well, you don't have to pick now. It's just I was just interested because I was like, oh yeah, level 2 Blood Hunters get that, don't they?
Oh, it depends on how you portray it. Especially given what Fernando has done. See, if it was red fire, then yes. But if it's blue fire, like what he's just made it, fire imbued with the blessings of the Raven Queen,
It's just something you add to your weapons. It's not like it doesn't
Well-
consume your whole body. It's just something you can add to your weapons.
Mm.
So basically, you can slide a knife across your hand and just set it on fire with your blood. Because I do believe activating it damages you.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, you didn't need to decide today. But one thing that does happen is, no, she's fully into it.
It just breaks down.
You're mistaking one thing. No, you're forgetting you're forgetting one thing. You're forgetting something very, very important. Right? For one, she's tougher than the average dwarf. And two, right, your wolf side awoke once you rescued her and your cub, effectively. If anything, this has all happened because you have suddenly realized that there are evil things in the world and you don't want to try and be a bard anymore. This is your awakening as a blood hunter. This is your awakening as there are evil things in the world and I'm going to kill them because now I have something to live for. I have my cub and my baby mama. So I'm gonna slay these monsters for them. You have your reason to fight now. Which has now been supercharged by this once in a lifetime event taking place during this awakening, during this first proper full on transformation. Oh no, you won't stay in wolf form forever, but this is you're getting an amped up first transformation. You're getting all of this that's why you scratched into the full ore lone wolf no more. It was the wolf side of you's way of saying you're not a lone wolf anymore. You have a pack now. Oh, it's not so much learning to control the beast, it's embracing the beast. It's learning to accept it, channel it. Think of it like this. The ones who try to control the beast tend to end up fighting against it and end up in a cursed cycle of only being able to let it out at times when it's useful for it. Well, when they can't stop it any longer. But you're not going to be doing that. It's not a pot that's going to be constantly bubbling over and going nuts. It's going to be useful. Granted, it might be a little bit Granted, it'll probably be a little bit tricky the first time you transform in front of your allies. But yes, you will probably need to discuss that with your wolf side when you have the conversation after the ceremony. But I still recommend it. You need some ground rules. So, Fernando.
I'm just going to change the tempo into a quicker and quicker waltz and just keep going.
Okay. He's trying to blow everyone's minds.
24.
Oh my God. You're trying to kill everyone.
I'm trying to show off now.
It's the best time too.
Well,
Okay,
no,
the tempo is getting even hotter. The flames are going white hot.
Yeah, the Raven Queen's watching, so I'm just trying to show off now.
Oh my goodness. Okay, Obnoxious, there's no way you're gonna, you'd have to get a 20 for this to resist it now. This is like.
What about earplugs?
You're like the only person at at Woodstock not high right now. You're like hanging on by the thinnest of threads.
Well, I guess I'll roll it to see if I can keep out of getting too caught up into this craziness. Okay, advantage.
I'm just keep trying to roll for that 20. I just want that 20.
No.
Ugh, no, I got 14.
Oh hell no! Not with a nat 1 on there as well.
I was gonna leave that part out.
Well, he takes the highest because he's got advantage, so that one wouldn't count.
Well, that's all right then. But yeah, even with a 15, he fails it.
I want that 26 roll, damn it.
I was going to say,
20 for me, the 26.
The flames now, as I said, are literally white hot. And everyone is just up in the air, like, freaking loving this. Just absolutely.
Well, my elvish side is what gives me the advantage, but of course that's not helping me any because I missed my roll.
The thing is, there is nothing sinister about this. This is the purity of fire. In this flame, anything evil would be burned away.
I'm kind of carrying evil stuff with me, so I don't really want that stuff to burn away.
You might want to chuck it into the evil chapel out of the way.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to.
Because if you go anywhere near that white flame with that, it's just gonna end up like into nothingness.
Yeah, no, I need my brick and I need my knife that I found for I don't know what, but I need them. Just do.
Then,
all right, so
okay, think about it. You are literally in a place where every part of you feels happier than you ever felt in your life and more excited than anything.
I think I hate to do this. I kind of want to step away and just touch that. I don't want to touch the new bricks, but I need to balance myself out.
I wouldn't say yet. You've literally had this feeling for like 1 second.
Yeah, but I'm more.
I could understand
I should
if
be
you've
more
been there for a while, but not yet. Come on, have some fun for a minute.
Rogues don't have fun.
Yes, they
We
do.
take advantage of other people having fun.
No, rogues have fun.
I'm very roguish. I'm just, my eyes are actually glowing purple.
All right. Well, I'm definitely going to chuck my stuff out of the way into a very, like, I guess nobody's going to go into that evil chapel, so that's probably the
No,
best place for it.
no.
So I'm
That is
gonna
as safe as safe will get right now.
fling it in there, and then
Go party!
I guess if everything is good, then what I want to do is, hmm, I have, like I said, I have an elvish half, so I kind of want to absorb it, I guess.
I'm trying to think if in D&D there is the equivalent of like the light of a Lumitar. Because that's basically what this would seem like. Like it is the most divine light coming off these flames.
Okay. Well, I'm not much of a partier, then I will meditate and absorb this energy and see what it comes of it. Because I don't want to get into the dancing. That's how people get jacked up.
Oh yeah, if that's how if your character is like quite softly spoken or something, you would literally
Yeah.
there's nothing stopping you literally meditating in the flames. Now.
So I'll do that then. I will meditate in the flames and
then you will see some freaky stuff. But it'll all be truth. That's the
fine.
funny part
Visions
about
are
it.
good.
That's the funny part
Because
about
that's
all of it.
essentially what she was
You will
talking
see
about was the
things, but it will
communing
be
with the
truth.
fire, right?
Sorry?
That's essentially what she was talking about with communing with the fire.
Mm.
Like I said, I'm not afraid of it, and if it gives me good tingles on my elvish side, then I'm going to, I guess, embrace it at this point.
Well, what you see is pretty much the answers to the mysteries that you've been asking. That underneath this city is a vast network of caves, well, of chapels connected together, basements and cellars and all things connected together, and they're all dripping with evil energies. And the reason why they're dripping with evil energies is because this community before the Night of Living Flames was entirely evil. Every person had their own little shrine to evil. And that's why the Black Stone is everywhere.
So, like, little demonic altars.
Yeah, basically. And all their basements connected together. So it wasn't just one person, like one cultist, doing this stuff. It was everywhere. Every single house had this. That's why all the basements are connected, and you're seeing this. You're seeing this interweb of evil below the surface, connecting from the Nexi out to every home, everywhere, and seeing like all the minutiae in between that and you is sort of burned away, and you just see this like a tree growing from it, and in the distance you can see this dark light, which is like a shadow, but everything else you see is bright and glistening. The places where the silver grass are, you see them like little glowing patches.
Okay. You said that they're growing out like branches, so there's a center point for this.
And it's the Nexi.
Oh, I've been there. That's not much fun. So they're growing out from the Nexus.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's where all the evil is coming from. And that's why it's locked away now. someone tried to force redemption on these people. Suddenly, as I said, all the little segments have fitted together the way you've been investigating, and it's someone tried to basically force this community into redemption, and something went wrong, and they were killed. And what you have here is the remnant of that dark kingdom. But something isn't right still. The darkness is still here. The light turns people to light. But then you see something. 3 shapes coming down towards you.
Uh-oh.
And 3 voices say in unison, "It is enough." And you find that the light starts to dim.
You said it is enough?
And you start to return to normality. And you fall unconscious.
Oh, shit.
At the same time, Wolfie is having the same sort of thing, and he falls unconscious. And Fernando is the only one to see what happens. A singular person from the crowd, the brother, is enjoying this just as much as everyone else. Then he gets too close to one of the flames. He drinks another vial of the. He drinks a vial of the chemical, the potion, and then he steps into the flames and is incinerated instantly.
Oof.
And that's where we leave things for tonight.
So I got the answers to the questions I've been digging around for.
I think everyone's found their answers. Or some. And Fernando has new questions.
Fernando was trying to get somewhere, but he didn't get there.
But why didn't he get there? Because that potion worked for everyone else.
Well, he was trying to make one of 2 things happen.
Unless he never actually got given the correct potion.
Oh. Yeah, because I was given my potion by her specifically, wasn't I?
I figured maybe he was evil. Secretly.
Thing is, if
What
he'd have been evil, you'd have seen him. In your vision.
True. That's true. We do have that dark shadow across the way I need to figure out what that's all about.
I'm not good or evil. I am completely chaotic neutral. I'm a bit in that nice middle ground of I'm 100% chaotic, so I will do the most evil things or the most good things. It depends on my whims.
Well, it confuses you seeing it. But at the moment, you're in the middle of your big number. So how would you like to finish your big number?
I'm going to...
Because you've been playing for a while now.
Yeah, so I was hoping to either see one of my 2 lovely ladies, and I didn't get there. So I'm going to...
One of your 2 lovely ladies?
Yeah, it's either the Raven Queen or his wife who used to play piano besides him. Hence why he never plays the violin. It was a gift from her. and she
Oh,
used
from
to play
her.
duets. Yes, and the Raven
Oh, I
Queen gave
forgot
her
her.
hair to restring it.
I completely forgot her.
No, that's fine, because that leaves Fernando with the why didn't I get either of the two people I was trying to contact? She's been dead for because she died and then told him to live a good life. That's why he's traveling around, just been bumble fucking around for who knows. The most likely one to appear was the Raven Queen anyway, because but she only appears to him when he's about to die. Is usually when he sees her. So. Well, he means he's not likely to die at the moment. We can go into that later. I'm going to slow it down a little so the flames go blue, and I'm going to slow it down so they go red again, and then I'm going to speed it back up so they go blue or white, and then I'm just going to end and drop the bow to my side so the fire just goes back to normal. And I'll give you one last performance check to see how that goes. And we got 21.
Yeah, you do it perfectly. It lowers, and just as everyone thinks that the show is coming to an end, and then it builds again, and
Yeah, I'm just going to drop it and see if the fire will go out. So I assume that's what happens at the end of this. The fire goes out. Because I'm not sure if Fernando knows how this works.
at which point the sister turns to you and she
Probably
kisses
panting and out
you,
of breath at this point.
and she says something profound into your ear. And says, she would have been here, but tonight is not the night for dead. Tonight is not the night for remembrance and for sadness. Tonight is the night of new life.
Fernando's not going to respond. He's just like breathing heavily because that would have taken a lot out.
Oh,
Doing
yeah,
a performance
yeah.
like that.
And at the moment, you were engulfed in the flames as well. You got to remember that all the time you were playing,
Yeah, I was
you
like,
had
yeah.
those flames licking across your whole body, like. And that's why she wasn't there.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because
yes, I really need to finish my elaborate backstory at some point. I keep meaning to do it, but I have been so busy at work recently.
yeah, it's Christmas.
Yeah, I haven't had time, so I will finish that up at some point.
Because otherwise, I'd have done that sooner.
Yeah, no, I will finish that.
Yeah. But yeah, that's. But to our viewers, it has been almost 4 hours. So, I will say, from our players, well, from me, your friendly dungeon master, 'tis good night. And from our players, I will let them say good night for themselves.
Have a good night.
And remember to check out Darth Obnoxious's YouTube channel. And because he has been streaming to YouTube recently. And next, in a couple of days, Wolfman is going to be part of the monthly FAM24, the Christmas special. So make sure to give him, check him out too, because that should be fun. It was fun the last time. And so I shall say good night.
Bye-bye.
Night. I did say thank you also for the shout out. I was muted though.
Oh, I've got to change. I've got to change the credits. I just realised it's got the wrong names. It's the Star Wars one still.
Oh no.
But I'll change that for next week. I promise.